This is the most ambitious and biggest launch we've ever had at the Bare Essentials, our very own Bare Essentials knot tying app. This is a true 3D, fully interactive knot tying app that's available completely offline. So even when you're at your campsite or don't have Wi-Fi, you could fully reference over 200 plus knots and counting. It's important to me that there's no data collected on this. It's just a completely offline reference tool for you guys. So let's dive into how the app works. Once you download the app, all the knots are stored in your phone. This will initially be a stop motion version. Because there's so many knots, you might not want all of them downloaded to your phone in full 3D. To download them in 3D, we just push the download button, and now we could exit out of the knot, and once we go back in, your full 3D is ready. We could slide our playthrough, flip the rotation angle, and if we click 3D freeform, it allows us to spin the knot around to see the backside, for example. And this is really important so we know we're tying the knots correctly. In our options menu, we currently have a light and dark mode. I personally prefer the dark mode, but everyone has their own preferences. We have a left-handed mode so that if you're left-handed, it mirrors the knot and makes it easier to tie with that left-hand dominance. I've just added the animation loop setting today, which allows you to loop the animations. So you could set your phone down. If you're tying with both hands, it just keeps playing. We have our control speed adjustments, and then we have the rope color changes. This was actually a request from someone who commented in and said they'd like this feature. So for the 3D versions of the knots, you could change the rope color scheme to see it easier, or if you just like that style. We've also just added in adjust font size, so you can make the font bigger if it's harder to read. Back to the animation page, you can see there's an I button, which is an info section. This brings up all the info on the knot. It has a description section, it has types, categories, notable features, and of course variations of the knots. You could simply click on one of those and it brings you right to the variation page. If we click similar or related knots, these are the ones that have a similar feature or function, as well as a description comparing the two. The use cases is another great one because it tells you the practical applications of the knots. And at the bottom, we have a link to our Bare Essentials blog article of the knot, which has way more in-depth information if you want to learn, as well as illustrations on the knots. Beside that, we have a video tutorial section that'll take you to the specific YouTube video that I've created on the knot. I don't have all the knots covered at video form yet, but I'm working every day to create more. At the top of the info box, there's a heart icon where you could add this to your favorites, or there's a plus icon that adds it to a list. The My List page is an awesome feature because you could create your own custom lists. For example, knots that you've learned, or knots that you are currently learning, or your favorite camping knots, your favorite fishing knots. You could really just make it whatever you want. Now, both on the main page and the dedicated category page, we have existing categories. These are going to be added to over time. But as of today, we have about 12 categories: camping, bushcraft, scouts, utility, fishing, fly fishing, the list goes on. These are knots that are commonly used in those tasks. We also have a knots by type page. So if you want to learn a bend, for instance, which is two ropes attached together, you click the bend category and it has all of those listed. If you want to see quick release or exploding knots, you just click the respective category and all of those knots are populated. At the suggestion of you guys, I've added the beginner's knots category. This is where you want to start if you're totally new to knots. I have DJ's favorite knots, which I populate with my absolute favorite and most used knots. And I have everyday essentials, which are just really, really good core knots to learn. If we go to our menu, we have a number of helpful options. The 3D download manager is where you could see all the 3D knots that you've downloaded to your device. Go through here and see which ones you've downloaded and which ones you want to remove. By default, all the stop motion ones and all the information is going to be on your device, but the 3D ones are just manual download. You could additionally uninstall any of the downloads at any time, pretty much at any point in the app by clicking that 3D button. We also have the links to the blog itself, the Bare Essentials shop where we sell ropes and a bunch of other cool gear, YouTube tutorials, which is our YouTube page, and this will link directly to our knot tying playlist. Then we have terminology to help you understand the terms of ropes, and then we have rope types, which explains the differences between different types of ropes. The Contact Us section is going to be a big part of this, because you could write in and tell me features that you want to see in there, knots that you want to see. The best part is I'm constantly improving this. We just launched this, so I'm getting all the feedback I can from you guys. It really, really helps to make this app better. This app is already amazing and it's just in its infancy. One of the biggest things for me is getting something to you guys that is great and is useful and is reasonably priced. It's a way to support the channel, support what I'm doing and developing, and support this app to make it amazing. This is going to be a one-time purchase, so you buy it once and you get it for life. Along with that, I've also approved family sharing. So if you have the app and you want to share it with your kids, for instance, and they're on your family plan, they get it for free. It's just one person in the family group that needs to buy it, and everyone in that group gets it. And if you guys do choose you want to buy this app and show your support, it would be a huge help to go into help rate the app and give it a good rating. I'm really trying to build this thing up as a great resource, have it reasonably priced and available for everyone. I'm so excited for this thing. Thank you guys for all the encouragement and support you've provided so far. I'm your friend DJ from the Bare Essentials, and thanks for stopping by.